Eric Breaker is the definition of having too much of a good thing. I think when he first came out, he was a really, really cool next gen. I loved that. Well, when he was first made from Thailand, I think from China, he was a pretty darn, I don't know, just regular next gen. Like, not bad, just kind of on the basic side, I guess. Just another green one, you know what I mean? But he was really cool and exciting because he was with another new next gen. There was like two new ones in the same two pack. Eric Breaker and Spiky Phillips. They were like switched up their names back then. I don't know what was up with that. But either way, yeah, when he first got released from Thailand, he ended up getting, this whole new look for some reason. They really, really changed his design. I wouldn't say it's necessarily accurate to how he looks in the movie, but he has like this like dark, like, I don't know, like fiber kind of like, it's a weird texture. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like almost felted. Really strange. I wouldn't like say he looks like that in the movie necessarily, but we can't feel him, so I guess we don't know. But I don't really know why they did that. It feels cool. I like it from Thailand. But like, this is just too much, Mattel. Like, they released him so many times, way more than he ever should have gotten released. Like I said, he was first in a 2-pack with Spiky Phillips. That was in 2018. Then they brought him back again with Spiky Phillips in 2019 with the Blue Desert packaging. Then they brought just Eric back in a 2-pack with Berry to Petal in 2020. And they did him as a single, I believe, that year. Then he, got released again in a 2-pack in 2021, but with Ryan inside Laney. Then he took a little bit of time off and, first got released in a 11-pack in 2024, single 2024, and now he's back again in another 2-pack. The king of 2-packs is back in a 2-pack. Yep, you heard it here first. With Rich Mixon for 2025. So, like, what is up with this, Mattel? I know they took a little bit of a break, which was nice, but I don't know. I think the break should have lasted longer. Maybe forever. Like, maybe just never even release them again. Or maybe, like, wait 5-10 years down the road. Like, it's not necessary to release Eric Breaker this much. You can get him online so cheap. Any of his variants, I think at least, like, they're all the same. Actually, technically not. There's a lot of variants. But let's talk about that too. I don't know. There's a lot to talk about today. So welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing Eric Breaker's Thailand variant. I do already have it open here, but this is a different variant. This is actually the original one from 2019 from Thailand, and this one's a unibody, the 2024 one. But this one is it's got a plastic eye plate and has plastic windows. The windows are like pitch black. Here they're like gray. You can see the lines. Like, there's some changes here and there. Also, this one's an error that I got from the 2-pack with Spiky Phillips. I found this error and I was like, wow. Like, I didn't really pick up Thailand variants back then, but because this one was so different and because it was an error, I just knew I had to. And it was like, it made my day. I remember finding them with my brother in the store, and I always talked about errors around that time too. So it's like I went out looking for an error and found one, and it's pretty darn shocking. But today, to do something different, like instead of just reviewing the 2024 singles version of Eric, I want to also review the 2-pack version of Eric from 2025, because this is actually the same as this one. Obviously, it's not an error. At least, I don't think so. Maybe one of those tires, aren't painted on the other side that we can't see. That would be pretty cool. Imagine that. But anyways, yeah, these two are more similar. This one, like, now he's back to being like he was before in 2025. He has a plastic eye plate, plastic windows. I really don't get what's going on anymore. Rich Mixon's is, like, he's the same. He was from 2023, this variant. He's the same way. He has plastic windows, plastic eye plate. That one was actually a new variant. So I don't really get what they're doing. But for a long time, starting in 2021, they started making all the next gen's unibodies. And now it seems like they just don't care. And they're just going to keep releasing like whichever version they want to. Like, they're running out the old ones with the plastic eye plates and the plastic windows. And I don't get it. Honestly, I kind of do like I don't know which one I like better, honestly. I think in this case, I do like this one better because the gray windows just look better. I don't even know if they're accurate. They look green there. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, either way, let's take a quick look at his artwork. You can find this guy, you could in like many cases throughout 2024. I got this one from case F, I believe. Actually, no, that's not right because he doesn't have the sticker on the back. So this can't be case F. But I think that was the first case he was released in 2024. It's funny how Eric's artwork is like very like front facing. You can't really see his side very much. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, when they first released him in 2018, he was in the 2-pack like Spiky Phillips, like I said, but they switched up their names, so it was kind of strange. But technically at the time we didn't realize because, well, like they ended up fixing it later, but we didn't know his name before that, so it was like Spiky Phillips was his name. So it took me a while to get used to calling him Eric Breaker, but I eventually did it, and now it sounds natural. Maybe that's why they released him so much, to get us used to calling him Eric Breaker, because they screwed it up in the start. Imagine that. I don't know. As seen in Cars 3, though, in the back, we have the Fusing Racing Tractor, Rusty's McQueen, Heyday Smokey, Rusty's Cruz, Jackson Stormman, and Bill, and the Ghost Car. And then taking a very quick look at this 2-pack. We'll take a better look at it when I review Rich Mixon. Today I'm just reviewing Eric. This one's from 2025 2-packs case A, first case of 2-packs for the year. And then there's a look at their stock images on the back. There's another one with Barry DePedal and Nick Shift, but that one's not all that exciting in my opinion. Nick Shift's alright though. Barry DePedal's kind of like Eric Breaker. They both gotten released a lot, but Eric Breaker definitely has gotten released much more than Barry. Either way though, guys, I'll be right back with Eric all opened up. Well, this is certainly a little different because today, instead of looking at just one new Thailand variant, I'm looking at 2 new Thailand variants, which is very, very off-putting to me because I don't really know who to start with, who to focus on throughout the video. I guess we'll just have to focus on both. I don't know. Either way, though, before we do that, I do want to show you where Mr. Eric Breaker appears at in Cars 3. He's just a background racer, obviously racing for Syner-G, and he replaces Lane Locke, but we don't really get to see much of him in the movie. I mean, no more than like any other background racer. I definitely wouldn't say that he has much prominence on his time on screen, but he's there. Doesn't speak or anything like that, but he is there, of course. And yeah, Lane Locke, the only other Syner-G racer that we have, is extremely rare. Only ever released in a big multi-pack back in the day, so it's been a while. I think that was in 2017. So yeah, I don't know if Lane will ever get re-released. Probably not for a long time, until they start re-releasing Cars 3 Piston Cup stock cars again, which they haven't done for forever now, since 2021. So yeah, it's kind of upsetting there. Hopefully we get Lane eventually, because I'm getting a little bit tired of seeing old Eric Breaker being the only Syner-G racer, because there's 2 of them. Why not balance out the releases? Why do Lane once and do Eric like 50 gajillion times? It doesn't make sense to me. But either way, I will be zooming on the camera in now so we can get a close-up shot at the 2 of these guys. Obviously, there's quite a few changes between the 2, but I think that, I don't know, it would definitely take someone that, I guess knows this kind of stuff to realize, because it's nothing like too big. I think that they both look pretty identical from just like a nice side view here, but then you start looking and you're like, hey, those rims don't look quite the same. Hey, those eyes look a little bit different. Hey, he's missing 2 hexagons. There's quite a few little things like that, but nothing major. However, it does kind of change his look quite a bit. Like, not from the side, not so much from the back, not even really from the top too much, but if you really pay attention, actually from the top, kind of, yeah, because that's most of the parts that are changed, I guess. The windows, the eyes, and the hexagons. So I guess, yeah, there's about 4 things that I can notice that are significantly different from this one to this one. And technically, I know this is 2024, this is 2025, but, I mean, this one is an older variant because I know it was produced like a year after this one, but this one came out in 2021 to replace this one, because they wanted to make them a unibody. They did that to some other cars too, like Ryan Inside Laney and Sheldon Shifter. This one was the original Thailand variant of Acre. What the heck? I was combining Aiken and Eric. What in the world was that? Okay, back on track. This is the original Thailand variant of Eric Breaker. I was combining like his last name too. I think that's what it was. Very strange. But anyways, It was released in 2020, and then this one took over in 2021. So sorry for the confusion. I know it's kind of a confusing topic, but it needed to be said. I think that this one has one up on this one because of like the decals. They're definitely a little bit, well, quite a bit actually, more clear, I would say. Like, look at the number 5 and the hexagons and stuff, and just all the decals. They definitely look clearer here on this older but technically newer one up here, the non-unibody version. So, and yeah, and all like the yellow, it definitely looks more washed out now. Even the blue a little bit, but not as much because it's dark. But the yellow for sure definitely looks more washed out now. But the green looks very good. I feel like you can see the hexagons more now. You couldn't as much before, maybe a little. I don't know. At least from the front, you can see them more on like the front. I would say on his fender there. But the hexagons that run through his whole design, I don't know if that's what's creating this like texture that he has, but he does feel almost like he's felt it or something, and he's clearly not. I don't know. I don't know if it's like that, just the hexagonal kind of decals making him feel that way, or if it actually is some kind of coating that they put over them. Why they would do that though, I don't know. So I think it is just the hexagon decals because it's not really like that. Like he's rough to the touch everywhere, but it's not like that on the top where the hexagons aren't there. So I don't know what's going on, but it does look cool, and it gives him like a crocodile kind of like reptilian kind of design, which is really cool. Makes him feel like Crocodile Eric. Very awesome. But anyway, especially because the color too, the emerald green. His contingency sponsors are a Piston Cup, Combustor, Carbon, Cyber, and Syner-G. So very strange that they put Syner-G as one of his contingency sponsors, but not all that strange because it's kind of like that on all the next gens, I guess, when you really think about it. I really don't like how the windows are made of metal, though. I just don't like it. I like it better that they're gray instead of being black because that's just inaccurate. But I don't know. I just like to see like the light reflect against the windows. That's how it's supposed to be. It's how it is in real life, so it's how it should be on the diecast too. So kind of weird that they changed that and made him a unibody. I think they think of it as a good thing. And I mean, it's more metal, which is better than plastic, but I don't know. In this case, like for the eyes and the windows, I don't think it makes them look as good. They did add some extra paint up top, though. It's blue and yellow here now, whereas before, well, technically, wow, you know what I mean. This is the newer one, this is the older one, but technically, this is the newer one, this is the older one. You know what I mean. I don't mean to confuse you any more than I already have, probably. But here, it's green on the sides. Here, it's blue and yellow. So that's how it's supposed to be. It's how it is on his artwork here. Right here, you can see that. And obviously, it's how it should be. So very cool. And it's how it also was on the Chinese one. So they brought that back for the 2021 version. But they also kept like the reptilian kind of like felted, scaly texture, which is cool. I'm glad they kept that, even though I don't know if it's really accurate or not, because we don't really get to feel him in the movie, obviously. But I don't know. I would say that it is. Hopefully, let's just assume it is. But yeah, these rims on this one just don't look as good. For some reason, they didn't paint the inner parts of them, so it's just all black, like on the rim of the rim. Whereas here, it was all green, so it just looked better. I mean, both still have the yellow trim, so that's good. But this one just looked better in that sense for sure. Oh, look at that. This one's yellow on the bottom. This one's green for the bumper there. So that's kind of interesting. Very, very strange. More yellow on this one too on the bottom. More green here. It's just like the decal didn't really, I guess, go as far. But yeah, the backs look pretty much identical. Still has the rookie racing stripes. They're not as thick now with this 2021/2024 version. But yeah, and they're also like a slightly different shade of orange, almost yellow now. So that's another change. The spoilers look pretty much the same though, so not much has changed there. I don't know, there's some changes for the better, and then some changes I would say for the worse. And the ones for the better are definitely like well, adding in the two hexagons there. That's more accurate. Fixing the rims, that's better. The color of the windows are better. I think being plastic for the windows and eyes are better here. And then I think that the brightness of the yellow and blue are better on this one. I don't know what else though. What else is better on this one? Not the rims, that's for sure. Those are definitely better on this one. So this is kind of like I know they took some things and made them better, and then they kind of took some things and made them worse, I find. So I don't know which one's my favorite. I guess I'd have to go with the unibody one. Originally came out in 2021, but now it's the 2024 one. But I'm just not really sure what to think anymore, to be honest, because I don't know. There's some things that are better on this one, some things that are better on this one. But this one's definitely better. I wish that they would have brought this one back for 2025 instead of this one, but what are you gonna do? I don't really know why they did that. They probably just didn't think much of it. But like all the yellow looks way better on this Chinese one here. However, I do like the green better on this one. So I don't know. There's definitely some things on all of them. I mean, even like the rims look way better here for sure. Definitely better. And all the decals just look brighter, more vibrant, more alive. But I don't know. I like the Chinese one best, I think. But then again, I do like this Thailand one because of the texture. I just think that, I mean, texture is cool and all, but I'd probably rather have it looking more accurate. And I don't want to compare those guys again. We already did enough comparing between them. But yeah, I wanted to compare these two next to each other. The older Thailand one with the Chinese one, because this is ultimately the one that replaced this one. So you can definitely see some similarities, like the rookie racing stripes in the back. They're more similar to this one. So that's interesting. I don't know. All around, I think the Chinese one kind of wins with most things. However, I do like the Thailand one, both of them, for having the texture, because that's cool. Even if it's not really 100% accurate, I'm not really sure. No reason to compare this one, my error one, because it is the exact same as the older, I mean, the newer, I guess, Thailand one here, the 2025 one. But here is John Halstead. He is hauler, one of the very few next generation haulers that we have. So that's pretty cool. I love John Halstead. He's very nice and hasn't gotten a release in a little while, I feel like. So he may have gotten released in 2024, but he wasn't very widely available. I'd like to get a second one to keep in the package. I saw one in Leamington and then I didn't get it. And I wish I would have now, but I don't know. I got Speedy Comet's hauler instead. Or Bobby Swiss hauler, I think it was. I got quite a few that day with Daniel. Also, fun fact about Eric is that he is named off of Cars 3's second assistant editor, Eric M. Barker. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, though, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. Thank you as always for watching. Let me know which variant of Eric is your favorite in the comments below. China or Thailand version 1 or 2. With all that, though, I'll see you next time right here, guys, on the Cars Garage.